Yeah. Wow. Just a brain fart. Anyway, sorry. So, creative juices, get the creative juice line, because that's one of my biggest outlets. So, and he was like, don't worry about making it perfect. Even if it's the ugliest shit you have ever seen, even if it's just like the painting with like polka dots, like if it makes you feel better, do that. And then, he told me like reach out to a friend and like listen to my music. And like one of the things we also learn in therapy is like practicing opposite action, which is basically what it sounds like. It's doing the opposite thing of what you want to do. Like, cause like your depression tells you to isolate yourself, so you go and talk to a friend. Like, for example, I was feeling super depressed the other day, and I was like, I know journaling helps. And I put my journal right next to me because I knew if it was like within reach, then I would then I would then actually like journal and stuff. And so I like forced myself to journal, and it literally took all of my strength. It took everything in me to journal. But like even like writing, the act of writing and like thinking about all my emotions, because it was like 50 billion different emotions at once just spinning like that. Um it was so goddamn exhausting to like think about it, but at the same time journaling helped me. So I was like, I'm just gonna force myself to do it. I'm gonna kind of make the analogy of like, it's kind of like with physical therapy. I don't know if that's the right word. Like, like, yeah, like, I mean, I've never had physical therapy because I've never actually, thankfully, knock on wood, actually had anything broken. But like, that probably hurts like fucking hell. Like, physical therapy, from what I've heard, it's really fucking hard and it hurts like hell. But you just kind of have to force yourself and just push yourself through it, right? Like think of those of us that are struggling with depression. Like we're like them. We're like those fighters. We just gotta like just like push through. And like I just want to say like like give yourself kudos for doing even the smallest things. And if people are telling you, if anyone's making you feel like you are not trying hard enough, you are not trying your best, you need to do more to try and combat your depression, your whatever mental health issue you have, mental health like disorder issue you have, but you feel like you're trying your best. Like I know it's really hard to not let it get you down. It's hard to not make you feel like shit, I'm not doing enough. But like just try and be like, you know what, fuck everyone else who's telling me I'm not trying my hardest. I know I'm trying my hardest. To the outside, to like, even if it's like my parents, to my parents it may seem like, oh, like I'm just laying in bed. But maybe you're laying in bed because maybe you're laying in bed listening to your music. Maybe you're laying in bed and you're daydreaming. And daydreaming is helping you to not contact that abusive person. To helping you to not maybe you have an addiction to something. It's helping you to not give in to that impulse. It's helping you to not go, not give into your suicidal thoughts, your homicidal thoughts, your violent thoughts. Then you know what? Give yourself a pat on the back. Like if you're watching this and you do something similar to that, like similar to something like even if it's a small thing to like help yourself out and take care of yourself, give yourself a pat on the back. Like you are fighting really fucking hard. I don't think people understand. People who have not been through depression, or people who have not had like, it's so goddamn fucking hard. Ow, I don't know why I hit myself so hard. But like my therapist was saying today, he was like it's like I'm not gonna say it's not going to be hard, because it's gonna be really, really fucking hard. I don't think he used the word fucking, but it's going to be really fucking hard to resist to fight back against these thoughts. You know, like, to fight back against these intense thoughts, to fight back against, like, my obsessive thoughts, my thoughts where I want to contact someone who's not good for me, but, like, you know what? Like, it's just, like, we just, like, think of it this, like, we just really have to, like, try and just, like, ride it out. Like, that's how I'm thinking. I'm just thinking, just try and get through the next day. And for me, sometimes it's hard for me to think try to get to the next day. So I think just try and get to the next week. Just try and get to the next. Just think of it as like this is only gonna last the next 2 weeks maybe. So I just have to get through it the next 2 weeks. And like it's kind of killing me. It's ironic I say it's killing me to not kill myself. Only have that thought, but like I have that thought for like 2 to 5 minutes. It's like an intense like kind of thing. But you know, it's just like just try to I guess like you know, try to oh shit. I'm sorry, I forgot what I was saying. Just try to like make yourself just get there. Just think of it as like I mean, I don't know if this helps. You can do it. Like I believe in you. I know you can do it. I know it's really, really fucking hard. Like just maybe try and think back to a time where you really, really, you know, struggled with something and you were able to get through it. Like you can do it. I know you can do it. You can I trust you. I believe in you. And like it's like the biggest thing. Like the biggest thing if you take anything out of this video is like it's like one thing I learned in therapy, one thing that like my therapist says, one thing like literally in like every single like a group therapy session and therapy and like anything therapy related I go to, they like emphasize so much on self-care. And it's so true. It's so important to have self-care, you know, like not have yeah to do self-care because it's like just because it's and like self-care could be like I treated myself to ice cream today, like or I treated myself to a hot bath. I used my favorite shampoo today and I love the scent so much that like it stimulates my senses. Or it could be I was feeling down. I was feeling so sad, and I listened to a happy song, and I felt not automatic, but I felt like so much better in like the 5 minutes of that song. And you know what? You made yourself feel better for 5 minutes. Like, that's amazing. Like, go you. I'm so incredibly proud of you for doing that for for this 5 minutes. Because it takes a lot. It takes a fucking lot to get yourself up and say, I'm not gonna wallow in my sense, or not wallow, I'm not gonna let this bring me down. Like, if I'm going to fight it and I'm gonna tell it to fuck off. Like, I'm gonna tell your sadness to fuck off. Like, be like, okay, apparently I don't know where the camera is. Anyways, tell it to fuck off. And like, you're so amazing for fighting it. Even if it's you have to like zone out, even if you're just zoning out and you are just kind of, even if you're just disassociating for like a little bit, like, I mean, I know in therapy, like, they tell us a lot to, like, not disassociate, but sometimes that's your survival technique. Like, you survived that emotional time. Like, that's amazing of you. And just the fact that you could get yourself out of those 5 minutes, get yourself out of that horrible sadness and maybe paranoia and obsessive thoughts and like spinning thoughts. The fact that you got up and tried to do that, like, that is amazing. Like, you can do so much. Like, you have the strength and you have the courage and power to kick this stupid depression on its butt. Like, you can do it. I believe in you.